The French Revolution is one of the most famous events in history. It changed the political landscape of Europe and ushered in a new age of social enlightenment. However, the French Revolution has several controversial aspects that make it hard to understand from afar. The revolution was led by the Jacobins, who were a radical faction within the French National Assembly, and the Reign of Terror followed. In this way, the French Revolution had similarities to a war with both civilian casualties and military deaths. As a result, understanding the consequences of revolution can help us prepare for and avoid these situations. First, let's look at what the French Revolution did. Well, it led to the Declaration of Human Rights. In this document, France's representatives pledged to uphold individual freedoms and rights based on civic duty. Furthermore, they pledged to uphold these rights regardless of their country of origin. Furthermore, this pledge was made by both France and the European countries within its sphere of influence. This declaration paved the way for a better world by setting a strong foundation for future legislation. Next, let us look at how the French embraced change in their society through Jean-Jacques Rousseau's concept of enlightened government. He believed that people were naturally good and could be led to do good without manipulating them with force or religion. Instead, he encouraged governments to keep an eye on corruption and make reforms along with citizens through self-education. Eventually, people would be ready to govern themselves without outside help. This is similar to how Gandhi later led his country politically through non-violent reform. However, when one-party rule takes control, drastic changes can happen overnight. The Jacobins were one such group that swept into power during the Reign of Terror and created a dictatorship over France. This one-party system led to a suppression of freedom of speech, freedom of conscience, and even freedom of death under certain circumstances. Anyone who opposed this system was labeled as suspicious by the government and suffered persecution as a result. Essentially, by taking power too early in the French Revolution, the Jacobins set back social enlightenment for years afterward. Although there are many historic examples of successful revolutions, they can lead to situations that are far from ideal if executed poorly. The French revolutionaries succeeded in creating a new world order based on human rights. However, their rise to power led to censorship and an overbearing dictatorship that suppressed free thought for years afterward. In this way, understanding what can go wrong helps us plan how to best bring about such a shift in society without undermining freedom first.